And we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Lock now on first down. Got a man open. That's Harry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Block now on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 44-yard line.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Third 14.
So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either. They're getting.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Nice speed. Mark check 33. 33. Check, 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 check.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. Man open. It's Goodwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes, right side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Working out of the gun. Forced out, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips. 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. He'll pitch it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short.
Here's the rookie from Florida State. It's Cam Akers, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Cut. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. I got you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Going up top for Kupp. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, Locke. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for N'Keal Harry. Incomplete. Brandon Jones on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Denver.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd. A final shot before half for Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 15, check 15. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
Here's Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Tua. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike, check 33. 33. Hey, watch the line. Mike Ultra. 33. Check Mike 33. He can't hit me. No. He's not going to get me. Mike, check 33.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Right? 47 is the Mike. Who that? Who that? 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Let's go. Zoom. 47 is the Mike.
They'll look to run with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal.
Oh, yeah. Ready, break. 45, Mike, 45. It's a party now. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, something real.
Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cam Akers there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now an option play on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Dolphins 28, Broncos 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd and 2, Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Brings up 2nd and 9. at the 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike check 33. 33. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike check 33. 33. Let's go.
On 1st down, Akers, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Broncos 14.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
He was brought down.
A loss of a yard. On now the Miami field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Number 30.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a run with Akers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
65, 65, 65. Hey, check line 45, check line 45. Ready.
And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
33. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Check 33, 33, 3 bud, 3 bud.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Denver.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Operating from the gun. Block. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lindsey. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Check right. Check right. Check. Let's go. Here we go. Mike, set right. 53. Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
The play is a turnover on downs.
And they take a knee.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Mike, check 33.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
35 to Mike.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Today's final score.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?